How are you doing?
I'm a little irritated.
With me?
No.
Okay. Why's that?
I think I'm hungry.
Oh my god. Do you want to eat something? Tiff is irritated. No different than a usual morning. Kidding. I love you so much. You're looking cute.
Yes.
Yep.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Welcome to our show. And if you don't know the drill yet, I would encourage you to go back and watch the previous 3 videos. Essentially, the framework is we have 4 categories for our questions. Tiff picks 2 categories to answer from, and then I get the other 2. The goal of the game is human connection, so we encourage you to write your own answers in the comments and to write your ideas for questions or categories also in the comments. Did I miss anything? And bring your coffee,
Or your libation of choice.
or your libation of choice. Okay. Do you have anything that you want to add, honey?
No, let's get into it.
This is so good. I'll go ahead and read the categories for this week. Category 1, growing pains. I love you still. Popular literature and walk of fame.
You did not give me those categories in that order.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, sorry, I got a little burp.
Hip.
Fun fact, Kayla and I don't actually burp. We have that thing. What is it called?
I don't know, but it sounds like that childhood game that goes.
Yeah, essentially there's like a muscle in our throats that is a little bit too tight, so we can't actually like relax enough to burp. So we just make a weird gurgling sound.
It's not even gurgling, it goes. Wah.
No, it's like a gurgling. It's like a kind of sound.
There's an entire TikTok thread on this that I found, and I've never felt more seen in my life because I thought it was weird and I'd never met anyone else that did it before. And this girl says to the camera, I can't burp. I have this thing with my throat. And I was like, say less! Okay, what category do you want?
Did you want to rock, paper, scissors to see who goes first?
Yeah. Ready? Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, meh.
Fuck.
Again, here we are.
Every time.
Alas.
All right, you pick.
What I want is for you to answer first.
So there was no point for me to do rock, paper, scissors.
Well, yeah, because then it's like I get to choose.
Okay.
Or like the winner gets to choose, essentially.
Let's get into it. Let's do growing pains.
I love this question. Okay. What's a piece of advice you've learned from experience?
Like something someone told me that I then learned later.
Yeah. Or a piece of advice that you would give someone else that you learned that advice through your own experience.
I think for me, it's knowing when you are doing something for other people because you think you're expected to versus like doing it because you genuinely want to.
So what's the advice?
Like, don't fucking people please,
Excellent.
basically. But that's so nuanced and challenging to navigate because I think it's hard to extricate yourself from like, because sometimes in the moment I'm like, I do want to do that for this person, but like the core feeling behind it is like, like, am I doing it because I'm trying to heal some other part of myself, or am I doing it because I genuinely want to? I don't know, because like I think in the past I did want to do certain things, but I did it at the cost of myself. So it's like knowing how much something will cost me emotionally before I do it, but that's hard to say. I don't know. This is kind of like a faffing.
It is a faffing answer, but that's okay. It's a hard question. It's a hard question, and I think people pleasing is a tough category because, like we know as folks who've experienced a lot of trauma, people pleasing is also a survival response. So it's like knowledge is power, but then also just because I know people pleasing is a survival response doesn't mean I can change it in the moment as well.
Yeah.
So I think it's really tough, but important to speak to. Yeah, so basically, a piece of advice you've learned from experience is to be mindful of what you're saying yes to.
Guess so.
Yeah. Or like be mindful of the ways that you might be people pleasing. But then it's easier said than done. So I guess it's like be mindful around the ways that you're
compromising yourself for other people's goals and desires and wants and needs.
Or maybe even just like be mindful around your yes. Because I get what you mean when you're saying sometimes in the moment it might be a people please, but then you're thinking that's okay because I want to.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I definitely can relate to that.
Well, that's why I'm saying like, is your yes like requiring you to compromise more than you should. Yeah, I guess like the greater piece of advice would probably be like, make sure you surround yourself with people that you actually trust and not on a surface level. But that also comes with like experience and knowing.
Make sure you put your own answers in the comments. I feel like this is a good group discussion one. Do you have a question for me?
Do you want to choose a category?
Right.
Because that's the structure of the show.
Okay. I will choose Walk of Fame.
This is more shallow, but what would you want to be most famous for?
Writing a book.
About?
From my own experience, like a memoir. Because I think words are far-reaching and it connects with people differently, especially if it's from your own experience. And a perfect example could be Eat, Pray, Love was released so long ago, and I still think about that book. I probably reference chapters in Eat, Pray, Love bi-weekly, I would say.
Your Roman Empire.
It is part of my Roman Empire, yeah. I like that question.
Well, I think like fame is such a nebulous concept.
Yeah, it's I think more about like having impact than having fame. Because people like think about the Hawk girl. Like she's famous, probably not anymore, but I mean she's famous, but she has not had impact. No offense, but like who's waking up and being like the Hawk girl really had an impact on me? It's different, and I'm using that as an extreme example, and literally I'm not saying this in a way that's like.
It's like meme fame versus like genuine fame. Another question I was going to ask is if you would choose like, or maybe I shouldn't ask that question.
No, ask.
I was going to ask like, would you rather be incredibly famous for something positive that you did to a small group of people, like very small, versus being infamous to a lot of people?
Can you give an example of the first one?
Like it's like you write a book, you're really famous for that thing, but it's like a niche group that's like so die hard dedicated to you, versus like a level of infamy kind of like Monica Lewinsky.
I don't know if there's anyone that would want the level of Monica Lewinsky's, especially after hearing her interview
I guess,
on.
Wait. Let's flip them. Like a level of infamy that only reaches a few amount of people versus a great amount of fame.
Like Cher. I was reading up on Cher this morning. Like Cher's insane. She's literally an icon, like across decades.
I mean, of course, obviously, but do you say that she's infamous, or do you say that she's famous? Like, what do you mean?
Wait, what does infamous mean?
It means you're famous for something that's like not necessarily like a good thing.
Oh,
infamy.
Okay.
So like an example would be like Monica Lewinsky, for example.
Oh, definitely
yeah, that's a stupid question. Okay, next.
It's not a stupid question.
It is. It's kind of like who would choose the opposite. I think it depends on what you want to be famous for.
I genuinely think some people would choose, and let us know also, but I genuinely think some people would pick it because here's the thing. It's just I think it's a harder path because now I listened to Monica Lewinsky on Call Her Daddy. She's had I feel for her. She was absolutely like let down by the entire world as a woman. You know, but I think I don't want to say upside. I want to be really careful with my verbiage because it's absolutely like she was eviscerated. But then someone might say that you can now use that platform because all eyes are on you, so you can turn it in another direction. Someone might make that argument. I'm not making that argument. But I think it just takes a particular kind of person. Like, I have so much respect for Monica Lewinsky because, like, for her to still have so much integrity.
Well, she's a baddie.
She's
through
a
and through.
baddie.
Kind of
And-
like Rose McGowan.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would say the smaller group of people.
Same, yeah.
Yeah, that's a really profound question. I'm curious to know if anyone would choose infamy.
I think it depends on how your relationship to fame. I would say someone who's like male and similar to that would be somebody like Machine Gun Kelly. Like he's pretty famous, but he's kind of an you know what I mean?
Not really
like,
a Machine Gun Kelly fan.
No, I don't think
It's
anybody
like,
really is.
No.
But like I think some people might want that because of you know, their relationship to fame.
I want to be a Machine Gun Kelly fan, but I'm too much a fan of Eminem to be a Machine Gun Kelly fan, honestly.
I think he's probably not. Like, I don't know. Obviously, I don't know him as a person, but from what I understand, he's not necessarily like the kind of person I would want to be in a relationship with.
Not a man of integrity, from what I understand. And also saying, you know, media, how people are portrayed in media is one thing, but I also think actions can speak for themselves sometimes.
Yeah.
If you look at the intricacies of like Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly, that's a really good example.
Yeah, but then the opposite end of that is like because of the kind of abrasive, outlandish sort of energy around that. Like we watch Hot Ones, and the last stab is because of Machine Gun Kelly, for example.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So it's like there's a certain level, like it's like
interesting.
You know what I mean? Like, do you want to be known as the guy who invented the last stab while simultaneously also being the guy who did and engaged in ways that have, you know what I mean?
Cheated on Megan Fox. Also, though, what I'm thinking about, and this is a millennial throwback to The Apprentice. Do you remember Omarosa?
Vaguely.
She was like this villain on The Apprentice, but she gained fame because she was a villain, and people were really split. Some people were obsessed with her. I could not stand her. And it, like, I'm even thinking about that, where some people just want to be famous and they don't care if they're portrayed as the villain. They just want the fame.
I don't know. Okay, so reality TV is like also, I think reality TV is also so complicated because like there is a certain level of reality, but it's all like elevated, right? It's all heightened, elevated emotions because that's what the producers are trying to like fabricate from the situations they put people in. And then beyond that, it's like depending on the edit, it can look so different. Like an example I can think of is the Vixen on Drag Race. Like she got the end of the stick, but a lot of what she was saying was so valid. And as like a Black person on Drag Race surrounded by other like non-Black queens, she had every right to be upset the way that she was, you know, like, and I think she was vilified for that, but it's like I think it's like in, you know, the sort of furnace of reality TV, like Drag Race, it's like, how could those things not pop up? And it's like, just because I'm saying it in an angry way doesn't mean that what I'm saying isn't true and isn't valid. And I think like she was done dirty as like a Black drag queen, frankly.
Yeah, we were just talking about this before we pressed record, actually, and like same kind of idea but different concept. So I hear you on that. I mean, our questions this week are super nuanced. I mean, I feel like they are every week, and we can always make something deeper. I feel like what we say has tunnels and hideouts.
Tunnels?
It's
You know what I imagined in this brief moment? I imagined that we were little worms.
A little worm.
Yeah. We're just burrowing through the ground. I'm like, I made a little tunnel. You want to join me? There's a little enclave over here. A little cove.
Can I read my Walk of Fame? Because it's really fast and it could be a rapid fire.
Well, let's do rapid fire afterwards.
Well, this is the Walk of Fame category.
But we could just do rapid fire after.
Okay.
I didn't write any rapid fire questions.
Neither did I. That was my Walk of Fame question.
Oh, okay.
Are you picking a category?
Yes.
So we have no, not that. We have I Love You Still.
I'll do I Love You Still, because I don't know if I'll have an answer for pop literature.
Excellent. What's the most annoying thing about me?
No.
And the best thing about me.
Well,
that's why the category is called I Love You Still, because you can answer whatever you want and then go, I love you still.
That's not how I interpreted the question. My favorite thing about you is...
Starting with the easy one?
Well, you know, it's like a compliment sandwich.
Okay, I'm ready.
Start with a good thing.
Tell me.
I think the most beautiful thing about you is your joy.
Uh-huh.
It's like a golden yellow sunshiny feeling that
nice.
like radiates from you.
Thanks, honey.
And I think that kind of energy and joy is just so inherent to who you are and how you see things.
Can only be born out of crippling depression.
I wouldn't say that's true. I think there are people I've met where like they haven't had the same kind of deep family trauma, and they're still deeply they are deeply joyful. And like I think it can be true no matter the circumstance.
Okay.
Most annoying thing.
I can think of a few.
Do you want to answer for me?
No. You picked the category.
This feels like a trap.
It's not a trap.
This feels like a trap.
It's not a trap. What is annoying about me? When I talk over you?
Oh, that's fine though. I do the same with you.
Okay. Well, please, at your leisure.
It's like little things.
Okay. Tell me.
Like, I think initially you kept cleaning out the espresso maker because it was bothering you that I left it in. Because I was like, whatever, I'll do it whenever I'm... So then I started cleaning it out, and now you don't.
Yes, that's correct. Is that the most annoying thing that you can
No, but that's an annoying thing. I can't think of like the most annoying thing.
Why not? What's annoying?
I feel like you want to fight.
I don't want to fight. I just want to know.
I think sometimes, and it's not like, maybe this is more work that I have to do, but sometimes you come to me with like, it's not one issue, you come to me with like a slew of issues back to back to back. And like some things I'm like, okay, like what can we address here? And then most of the times it's just like, I'm like, okay, how can we navigate this? Or like, what can I do to help? And it's like, there's nothing. And then I'm like, oh no. And I think maybe that's work I have to do to just like be okay with your level of discomfort.
Like I'm just talking to you about my stuff, basically. And then you're like, I can't fix it. Like you think that you have to fix it.
I can't do anything.
That's all you have? There's nothing more annoying?
Or sometimes, you know what? No. The annoying thing is that there is something where it's like, there's an issue, it can be solved. I've offered you 2 solutions, sometimes more.
Yeah.
And you're like, no. And I'm like, oh, so you just want to stay in your discomfort even though there is a solution.
Oh, there it is.
I think that
is.
Because then I'm like, I can help you. We can work on this together. You can help yourself. Like there's so many different options and you're choosing not to. You'd rather be in this discomfort. And then now you're involving me in the discomfort that I could potentially fix that you don't, or that you could potentially fix, but you don't want to.
And then I'll leave and I'll go for coffee with a friend and then I'll be like, this person told me to do this and that's what I'm doing. And Tiff will be like, I told you that yesterday.
Sometimes it cannot come from me and I understand that.
Okay, that's a good answer.
Like I get it. Like sometimes if I tell you, and same thing with you, I'm like, you tell me and I'm like, no. And then I hang out with someone. I'm like, oh my God. And you're like, Tiff.
We do it to each other.
Yeah. But I think it's just like sometimes it needs to come from a different person. Like you need to hear it from another person because you're like, oh, you just love me too much. Like you're just saying this, blah, blah, blah.
Can I say the most annoying thing about you?
Oh, can you say the nice thing about me as well?
Oh, where do I begin?
Yeah,
Please.
there are many good things about you.
Baby is thoughtful and you see things that other people don't see, so you can really speak to the heart of a situation. You,
I'm kind of cunty about it.
yeah, but we love a little cuntiness. You are contemplative, you're thoughtful, you're considerate. You're the most considerate person I've ever met.
Again, a trauma household.
Is it consideration or is it a trauma response? The thing I don't like is your little piles.
I can't help it.
I know. It drives me nuts though. Sometimes I feel like I'm
Okay.
living with a squirrel.
Okay, but hear me out. It's either everywhere or it's in a pile. You choose. That's how it is. It's like the ADHD autistic situation. It's like, if I were to deconstruct this pile, I then have to do all of it.
And I'm like a type A clean. Like when I lived by myself, there was not a single. It was kind of depressing, actually.
There was nary a thing on the wall, like not a picture, nothing. I was like, I appreciate how clean this is. It's like you could literally
Sterile.
move out in a day.
I did move out in a day.
Yeah, and I helped you pack. Like,
Yeah.
There's like nothing on the walls. There's nothing. There's like, you got furniture like the month before you left.
I did. Yeah.
Like, there's literally nothing.
Yeah, totally.
Like salt and pepper, it's put away. Everything is put away.
Yes. No clutter. And then I'll spend a lot of time cleaning, and then I'll come home and immediately pile.
But I'm doing my best to keep my piles at least.
I know.
At least it's not
everywhere.
everywhere.
I appreciate it.
Like, at least
I do.
Because before it was just everything everywhere, and now I'm like, at least it's in a concentrated
You've
pile.
You've done a really good job. You have. You've done a really good job. I just had to speak to the piles in case anyone else has a squirrel mentality. You know,
my best.
Love that. I know. That wasn't to drag you. It wasn't. I just wanted to talk about the piles because I think it's important.
Yeah, that's fair.
I do think like there's probably a lot of couples we know, friends of ours that are in relationships, and they're so like there's lots of disagreements around how one person cleans and then how the other person cleans. And there's disagreement there, so I think it's important to speak to because it's like you can find compromise, but I do think sometimes those arguments get so bad. It's like at one point in time, I genuinely thought we were going to break up because of the dishes. Still a hot topic. Still a hot topic. Group discussion in the comments is where we'll go. Okay. Last one in the mindfulness of time. Popular literature. Do you have any residual thoughts on that?
I think someone I was tattooing had said most relationship problems could be solved by hiring a maid, if that's something that's accessible.
Oh my God, yes.
And I was kind of like, just because like I think sometimes what can happen in like arguments around cleaning, it's not actually about the cleaning. It's about like reciprocity. It's about feeling cared for. It's about how you feel the other person showing up in the relationship. It's never about the one thing. It's just like, it's the tip of the iceberg, and there are greater feelings that are underneath. So part of me is like, I agree because it solves the problem, but I think that some of those underlying issues that need to be discussed because of dishes need to be kind of worked out.
It's true.
I mean,
are you saying that we should hire a maid? I don't think we need to.
No, I think our communication's at a point where it's like, if something needs to be worked on, we're communicating about it.
Yeah, totally. Okay, last category, popular literature.
I got 2 for this.
Oh, okay.
But maybe I'll save 1 for quickfire.
Okay.
What book represents you in this current phase in your life?
What book? I almost exclusively read memoirs. So I'm trying to think. Can I tell you what I'm thinking about?
Yeah.
It's like a mixture.
Please do.
I'm thinking about The Myth of Normal by Gabor Mate because it's all about how trauma shows up in the body.
Bless you.
I'm also thinking about Franklin Goes to School.
Great book.
I just am thinking about Franklin the turtle wearing a little knapsack. That's probably my inner child healing. And then I'm also, what was the last one? Thinking about The Places You'll Go by Dr. Seuss, which feels correct because I loved that book when I was in high school. And now I am like not in my 20s, not in my 30s. And the book still applies because I think getting older can feel scary, but then it's also a way to look at life as a new beginning every day, essentially. So I'm trying to embrace that mindset because I have a lot of friends that passed away really young. So I guess the answer is a trifecta between Franklin Goes to School, inner child stuff, Myth of Normal, the trauma stuff, and then The Places You'll Go, which is like excitement and wonder.
I feel like some of my questions were a little shallow, but thank you so much for answering them.
It's okay to have shallow questions.
Thank you for spending time with me.
Thanks for spending time with me. This is my popular literature. What's a book that's had a big impact on you?
I feel like we asked that question in one of them.
I think we did, yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Shall I turn the phone? We'll do the rapid fire.
Sure.
Do you have any?
Close out?
Yeah. Do you want to make it?
Do we have it?
Make sure you subscribe.
Drink a bunch of water.
Drink a bunch of water. Stay hydrated. After your coffee, tell us hello in the comments. Where are you watching from? What's your name? What are the answers? What are your answers to these questions? We'll likely have a TikTok that you could follow along on. We're pre-recording these, so who knows? See you next week.